Welcome to DevOps interview preparation. If you are interested in mock interviews or interview preparation, then please reach out to me via email at awslearning1992@gmail.com. Let's see a few interview questions now. The first question is, from domain AWS Cloud, and the question is, you plan on running an open source MongoDB database all year on EC2 instance because your client wants it this design. Which instance launch mode would you choose? That is, which instance would you choose for the pricing purpose? We have been given 4 options: reserved instance, spot instance, on-demand instance, any of the above. Which will you choose? Take 15 to 20 seconds to carefully think about it and come up with an answer. Okay, let's see the answer now. The solution will be reserved instance. So now the question is, why is the solution reserved instance and not something else? So the right answer is reserved instance. Okay. Now let's read the question. So you plan on running an open source MongoDB database all year along on an EC2 instance. This is the key point if they ask you in the interview. Here, what they're trying to tell you is this EC2 instance will be running 24/7 all the 365 days of the year. Now, if you're already aware of the capacity that is required for your application beforehand, in this case, 1 year, then why run it on demand? Because it is going to be expensive, correct? Now, you could probably choose spot instance, but remember the fundamental idea behind spot instances is it can be taken away at any given point of time. So it is not a suitable option for us. Then comes reserved instance. Now, reserved instance, we can write a contract with AWS saying that we want to reserve this kind of EC2 instance for the whole year. This will give us a significant amount of discount and also guarantees that this instance will be present throughout the year and will not have any issues. That is why the right solution is reserved instance. There is another clue that you can consider here. We are trying to implement a database. Now, if we want to run a database, it needs to be highly available. We cannot have a database running on spot instance because what happens if this machine goes down? All the data that is present on the database is lost. This is not accepted. Because we are running also the database, this proves that our answer, that is reserved instance, is the right option for us. If you have got this question correct, congratulations. If not, my solution or the answer should help you to answer this in the interview much better. Let's go to the next question. The domain over here is Jenkins, and the question is, what is pipeline as code? The question is, what is pipeline as code? Take 10 to 15 seconds to answer it. Or think about this in your mind. What is the right answer for this? Okay, let's see what is the answer for this now. So the question is coming from the domain Jenkins, and the question is, what is pipeline as code? So the definition of Jenkins pipeline is written into a text file. This text file is called as a Jenkins file. We are all aware of Jenkins file. You would have learned this in your DevOps training or your day-to-day work. This Jenkins file, which will also be committed to your project repository. This is the foundation for pipeline as code. You can see here. What we are trying to say over here is, how should our pipeline look? That is, we have stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, etc. All of this definition, we are trying to write and implement in the Jenkins files. So in other words, instead of doing this process manually, we are trying to automate this process or make sure that it is committed in our repository by letting this information in the source control repository. This process is called as or this is the foundation for pipeline as code, meaning how should your pipeline look like in the Jenkins is defined in the Jenkins file, and this section is called as pipeline as code. This is a very important key term that you should remember, because usually we remember Jenkins and also Jenkins file, but all of a sudden, if they ask us, do you use pipeline as code? We should know that, yes, we do. We have learned about this and we know what it is. And official documentation is in the link. I hope these two questions are helpful for you to prepare for mock interviews. Again, if you're interested in attending and practicing mock interviews with me, you can reach me out at awslearning1992@gmail.com. I will provide mock interview preparation in a very reasonable cost for you with a resume review and other features. So thank you for this video, watching this video. Catch you or speak to you in the next video.